Big, incredible, great news as you start your Thursday afternoon as a 20% increase on Social Security and benefits lifetime is now being proposed by the Biden administration. This is on top of the $200 per month additional you would get to the end of 2021 if you're on SSI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits and veterans benefits. In addition to that stimulus check that we're all talking about, that unused CARES Act 1 money that needs to be sent out, $800 billion of it could land in your hands within 10 days of it becoming law. All incredible great news. It's a great afternoon. I mean, there's so many things that are coming out. This is just breaking minutes ago, and I have everything else that you've been asking about. It's all great, jaw-dropping, incredible great news. And this is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Afternoons LALATE, and boy, am I really excited for you. Big increases for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, railroad benefits, and veterans. These are both lifetime increases, short-term increases because of COVID, also costs of living adjustments for seniors, not COLA, but for seniors. Oh my God, there's so many adjustments being made. They're all up, more moolah. Sirloin's gonna be upset. Nothing for the cows. No $12 ice cream, and it's all credible great news. If you've not subscribed, please do go to the front of the channel, subscribe, because no one is taking care of you with incredible breaking news down to the wire. Someone said in one of the comments, "I haven't heard anything new." Oh, you gotta get the fuzz out of the ears. There's a lot of breaking news, and it's just incredible. It's hard to keep up with so much breaking news by the minute here. Also, like this video. In this video, I'll be going over the breaking announcement from the Biden campaign, Biden transition team, about an increase that could see as much as 20% more per month. Oh my goodness. Next, I'll go over the $200 additional increase per month, which is separate from this. It's in addition to that. Yes. Then I'll be going over what's called the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, an additional escalation for them as well. Okay, caught up with me yet? Then I'll be going over the stimulus checks, your second stimulus check, your third stimulus check, and and everything retroactive that you've been asking about. And finally, I will be focusing on some of your questions and a little bit of that. Coming up 30 minutes from now is purple. I have big developments on hazard pay. I know you've been asking. If you're an essential worker, know someone's essential worker, you got to tune in for that. That's going to be incredible. Then 30 minutes after that is Being a Mitch. In that recording, I'm going to go over what's going on today with Mitch, and I'm going to explain the situation for you. It's all really good news. It's not bad news. And then 30 minutes after that is Wall Street. Oh my God. Every 10 seconds, they were talking about stimulus today. It's incredible, great news. So it's 2 hours of incredible big programming today, all breaking by the minute. Stay with me. All right, in this video, let me get to the breaking news. The breaking news, as you sit here today, is that beneficiaries and benefit recipients could be getting incredible increases across the board. A new announcement minutes ago suggests that as much as 20% could be landing in your account lifetime. That has nothing to do with COVID. And I'll be covering the COVID increase in a second, that $2,400 at least increase up to $4,000. That would continue all the way until end of 2021. There's so many increases that I know it may sound a little bit overwhelming, so I'm going to go slowly and go one at a time. The first one is the one announced today. And none of these are contradictory, or you don't choose. It's not like the buffet. I'll have chicken or fish. No, you get everything. You get the whole smorgasbord in this, so get ready. I don't know how to spell smorgasbord, so don't ask for that one. All right, the first one is that Biden's Social Security platform announced today would include key benefit increases. Ooh, these are lifetime. Eligible workers would get a guaranteed minimum benefit equal to at least 125% of the federal poverty level, and people who received benefits for at least 20 years would get a 5% bump. Wow. Okay. And then there's more. Widows, and widowers could receive upwards of 20% more per month, says the Biden team today. Lord, so how much is each person getting? Well, it looks like the increases are across the board. Everyone will get increases. Everyone will get increases. And the range could be anywhere from 5% to at least 20% or more. This is incredible, great news. Now, that's the first increase, and that's lifetime. And I always get comments on the last 24 hours where someone says, oh, well, when they increase that, they're going to cost me more to get this other thing. And then when they increase that, it's going to cost more to get that other thing. And then there's no, stop. There is nothing costing more because of this incredible increase. They're trying to help you, and not trying to hurt you. This is not the casino at tip overnight. So incredible increases, upwards of 20% lifetime for your beneficiary increases. Nothing you would have to do. It would be all automatic. It would land in your bank account. Next, there's a second one. This is the second one. So now we're going to the next one. It is not replacing a contradictory. It's in addition to the one I just told you. Biden also proposes it changing the measurement for annual costs of living increases to the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, or CPE, which would most closely track expenses retirees face. You know what that means? Your most dreaded word that you all hate, because I see it in the comments, COLA, gone. He's not going to use cost of living adjustment. He's going to use Consumer Price Index for the elderly, CPIE. So if you see things going up, milk and eggs, that's what it's going to be tracked upon. It's not going to be tracked upon that COLA that backdates everything and is just slow and it's like, a Cadillac going in reverse. No, it'll be tracked to CPIE. And again, someone's going to drop in the comments, but that means my monthly medical is good. No, it doesn't mean something else is going to go up. This is an entirely new benchmark. So this is incredibly great. To pay for the taxes, he would increase, to pay for these changes, he would increase levies upon people who make a gazillion dollars a year. Then, okay, that is the first situation. Then there is the second situation, and that is, that was the second one. The first, I didn't even lose track of how many there was. First is the lifetime increase, which could be up to 20% more per month. Then the next one was the adjustment that would be done annually. That's in addition to the one I just said. That is tracking the CPIE, the cost of consumer consumer price index for the elderly. Then is the one that everyone else is so excited about, the $200 a month, $2,400 a year at least. That would go all the way to the end of 2021. In yesterday's afternoon's recordings, which you got delayed because of the power outage on YouTube, I explained this situation a little bit more, but I think some of you may not have seen that explanation, so let me explain a little bit more. The Warren-Biden plan provides that you would get $200 additional per month if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, or veterans benefits, all the way until the end of 2021. Okay, so this is categorically incredible. Let me explain. One, it's not the total per month. It's an additional $200 per month. Second, it doesn't mean that it starts in January. Third, it doesn't mean it starts in February. Fourth, it doesn't mean it starts in May. Seeing all these hate comments coming all over the place. Fourth, it doesn't mean that you disqualify for something else. I mean, everyone is just sort of playing these Monopoly games with these questions lately. So I get this, but it's going to cancel out something else. I got that, but something else is going to go up. No, stop that. Just cut it out. This is good, great news. They're doing something to help benefit you, not to increase the cost of something else. And just let's stay with this. Next, when I say $2,400, that's using the 2021 as your benchmark. If it started today, then you would get 2 months. So then it would be two more $200 payments, $400 more, $2,800. The reason why I say $2,400 is I have to give some benchmark. Next, This is pandemic related. It goes to the end of 2021. Biden also over the weekend said that anything that he's proposing, whether it's stimulus checks, which I'll get into in a second, or anything else, that he will continue it as so needed. So just because we're saying $200 to December 2021 doesn't mean it won't continue longer. This is incredible, great news. The the relief is categorically needed. It was detailed twice by Biden in just recent days, which shows you his commitment to the situation. Increase the monthly Social Security by $200 a month, as proposed by Wyden and Warren. Seniors and people with disability are uniquely at risk right now. And then Warren also detailed this as well, which Biden co-signed, which says increasing the benefits is the quickest way to get the money out the door during the economic crisis. And they've done this before. In 2018, they just did a one-time payment of $250 during the 2018 pandemic. Excuse me, not pandemic, banking industry crash. But the current proposal is a new stimulus package of $200 increase in the monthly benefit for all Social Security veteran supplemental Social Security beneficiaries through the end of 2021. This will put about $4,000 in the pockets of seniors and people with disabilities who have earned this benefit by contributing to the Social Security with every paycheck. These are statements written by Elizabeth Warren. These are her actual words. The ones before were the Biden transition team's actual plan statements. So these are exact words from Biden and from Warren themselves. These aren't articles written by someone else. These are actually the people who would be drafting the bill. This is incredibly important. All right, let's go to stimulus checks. You know, in a day in which there are so many videos, and yet even though a video is 20 minutes long, sometimes I don't repeat everything that you heard the day before, and then suddenly someone says, "Oh, is this no longer happening?" This is like, no, it's like I can't repeat it every single hour. And so one of the things that people were asking about was stimulus, was the $800 billion of CARES Act 1 money. And they said, oh, it's gone now? It's used? It disappeared since last night? No, it did not disappear since last night. You know. So let's get back to stimulus checks. The Biden administration over the weekend has continued the announcements since, saying he would ensure that you get stimulus checks as often as so needed until this pandemic goes away. And he also said that I will do one bill, and I'm not going to stop doing bills until I'm blue in the face, because we may need more than one bill for stimulus relief. What's important to understand about this is that there is two things at issue. One, he understands that one stimulus check ain't going to cut it. Two, he understands that one bill ain't going to cut it. Three, he understands that there's a renewed concern to deal with the situation over time. And all these things are incredible. So people are saying, how much is the stimulus check? How big would the stimulus check be? First of all, there's no agreement on how big the stimulus check would be. This is Joe Biden, and you are the purple power. And these people are bridging the conversation and figuring out how to do this. This is all brand new. Joe Biden is the chief negotiator for the Democrats. Mitch McConnell is the chief negotiator for the Republicans. Today, I saw some comments, and I'm going to address them right now. Today, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer had what you would call a disgusting press conference. I'm not going to mince my words. It was disgusting. They got up and started trash talking the other political party, and Mitch McConnell then did the same right back at them. That's exactly what Joe Biden does not subscribe to. And here's what's at issue for you, is that I'm not going to address partisan bickerness and pettiness. You've seen me say this on camera before. It means nothing about the situation. What's important to understand is that Temple of Doom doesn't even want to give you more than $400 of stimulus check to last you from March of this year into March of next year through a lockdown and here in Kingdom Come. That doesn't cut it. Mitch McConnell has categorically, said he's going to do one thing, and then when he does something else, it doesn't have it in there. And so you have two groups of people name-calling each other today, and neither of which has ever looked out for you at all. And so what I want you to be focused upon is the person who's pushing the envelope and pushing the focus right now, and that's Joe Biden. Joe Biden says stimulus checks as long as needed and as many bills as so needed. This is categorically incredible because this is what Senator Harris, now VP-elect Harris, wrote in her bill, which she co-authored with Bernie Sanders. $2,000 a month for every month until the pandemic goes away and unemployment goes down for at least 6 months. Well, the new unemployment number was released this morning. It was 700,000 people. It's the best number since the pandemic started, but guess what? When the pandemic started, it was 200,000. So 700,000 is more than 200,000. It hasn't gone away. Next, the pandemic's not expected to go away until at least April, when mass consumption of the vaccine is in gross distribution across the country. So you need stimulus checks from now all the way to April. Retroactive checks. Yes, they didn't pay you a stimulus check for the month of April. The first CARES Act was supposed to pay you a stimulus check, 3 stimulus checks, for March, April, and May. When they wrote the CARES Act bill in March, they understood that America was going on lockdown, a national lockdown. It was going to be about 3 months. And they all knew we were on lockdown for 3 months. So what did they do? They wrote a bill that said 3 months of stimulus checks, 3 months of lockdown. When they went to finish to write the bill, guess what they did? They got their eraser out and they erased April and May from the stimulus checks. Gone were those. When May came around, they started talking about the second stimulus package now, which is the Temple of Doom. And what did she do in that? She said, I'm going to forget about the month of April, and I'll just give you one check for the month of May. Well, guess where we are now in November? She says, I want to give you not just one check for the month of May, June, July, August, September, October, November, not one check for the 7 months. I'm going to give you a half a check now for 7 months. Sound good? No. Does Joe Biden subscribe to that? No. So what is she doing? It's grandstanding. It's grandstanding. What I want you to understand is this is not the policies of Joe Biden. Joe Biden has written policies of his transition team of what the stimulus checks will be, how the stimulus packages will work, and guess what? In her stimulus packages, in Mitch's stimulus package, no mention of SSI or Social Security benefits, no mention of this $200 add-on. So do you think Joe Biden wants these things? Absolutely not. And who is the chief negotiator? Joe Biden, not her. So what's important to understand is that you, Purple Power, need to be on social media and pushing with Joe Biden to ensure that he stays on point. These things that he's detailed are absolutely incredible. And that CARES Act 1 money that is sitting there still at CARES Act, that is sitting there at SBA, is approximately $800 billion. It costs about $300 billion to send out a $2,000 stimulus check. So $800 billion amounts to approximately a $5,000 stimulus check. You need to make it very clear on social media to Twitter handle from both the Biden transition team Twitter handle and Biden himself to say, hey, send out that CARES Act 1 unused PPP money as a standalone stimulus check. It reduces the problem solvers bill to about $1 trillion, and we won't need to go up to a ridiculous bloated bill. And Mitch McConnell wants to do the problem solvers bill. Lindsey Graham, other GOP Republican senator, wants to do the problem solvers bill at $1.5 trillion. You take out, the problem solvers bill has 2 stimulus checks in it. One now, $1,200, another one in March of next year. You take out those 2 stimulus checks, you reduce the problem solvers bill to about 1.1. Guess what? Suddenly the bill is exactly where Mitch would agree to, and you have the stimulus checks provided for repurposed CARES Act 1 money for exactly what you need it for, about $5,000. Everyone's happy, and the bill gets passed. This is how we focus on positivity. We don't focus on the Temple of Doom and her crazy numbers and her crazy manifestations, and we don't focus on Mitch McConnell and his negativity back. We focus on numbers and moving forward and getting it done. Finally, a personal message. There have been some people in the comments that have said things like, when is it going to come? When it comes, tell me when it's going to come. The spirit of the Purple Power is to push to get what you are owed. If you don't push for what you're owed, you're going to get the wrong amount of money. I understand this is the federal government. They're supposed to take care of you. But what's important to understand is the Purple Power, the followers of this channel, have been successful in getting numbers up. and getting numbers where they belong. And if you do nothing and say, sit back, I'll just wait for it to land, guess what will land? $500 for 7 months of this pandemic. Does that sound right? No. Or on the other side, maybe nothing for 7 months. Does that sound right? No. Joe Biden, what does he want to do? A stimulus check as often as so needed. How much? You finish the sentence for him, and that's the spirit of the Purple Power. Positivity, focus, pushing, and getting exactly how much you're needed right now. If you have questions or comments in today's video, drop them in the comments below. I really adore the spirit of the positivity that you've been bringing to the channel in the last 24 to 48 hours. It's absolutely incredible. Also, like this video. Coming up next is Purple Power with big developments about hazard pay and EIDL grant, the remainder of that $10,000 grant. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay about life for more.